Hello children, today I would like to start a lesson, a poem called Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. 4 times Pulitzer winning poet, Robert Lee Frost was an American poet who was born in San Francisco, California, USA on 26 March 1874. His work was admired for his depictions of rural life in New England and of ordinary people in everyday life. Sadly, at the age of 89, he died on 29th January 1963 in Boston, Massachusetts. This poem is a symbolic poem, and Frost has symbolized fire as desire and ice as hate. Now, before we proceed further, let us discuss some difficult words. The first word that I would like to discuss with you all is desire. Now, desire means your aspirations, your wants, your wishes, your inclinations. Second word is perish. Perish means to die or to end. The third would be suffice. Suffice means to be enough or adequate. And the last word would be destruction. Destruction would be damage or destroy. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. People sometimes desire to get wealth, fame, power, and hence they resort to illegal or unfair means. It finally ends up in creating chaos or destruction. Likewise, hatred is also as destructive as fire. It is a feeling of anger and despise and disgust. Now let us start the poem. Like he has written, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. So here, Frost starts his poem by saying that some people are of the opinion. It is not his opinion, but the opinion of people. So some people are of the opinion that the world will end in 2 ways. Some say that it will end in fire, while some say that it will end in ice. So I've already told you, fire means desire and ice means hate. Then again, he writes, from what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Then he gives his opinion and he says that according to his own personal experience in his own life, he supports people who say that the world will end in fire or the world will come to an end due to people having desire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Then again, he says that, but if we are to assume or if we are to say that the world is going to end twice, 2 times, then he's saying, the first, it will definitely end because of fire or desire. And yes, if the world still does not end and if it still has to end again, then it is definitely going to end due to ice. That is hatred. He says that he has also experienced hatred and that it too can cause the world to end, since hatred is as destructive as desire. Hatred and desire are the major themes here. The poet says that how we humans through these two emotions will end our own race. The poet says that human emotions tend to be destructive if we do not control it. Both desire and hatred, if not brought under control, will destroy a person morally, physically, and mentally. And this will in the end result in the destruction of our world. Burning desire can consume the world, and so can hatred. Now let me come to the rhyme scheme. How do we do that? For that, we need to check the last word of each line. And this being a poem of 9 lines, let us divide it into 3 lines each. So the first word is fire, second is ice, third desire, fourth fire again, fifth twice, sixth hate, seventh ice again, eighth great, and the last line suffice. So now, because of the virtue of being the first word, this automatically becomes A. Fire becomes A. Then the second word, does it rhyme? Fire and ice? No. So this automatically becomes B. Desire and fire, it rhymes. So since fire is A, desire also becomes A. Then again we have fire. So fire is A. Twice. Ice and twice. If you look at it, ice is B. So twice also becomes B. Hate. There is no word rhyming with hate. Fire hate, no. Ice hate, no. Desire hate, no. Fire hate, twice hate. So hate automatically becomes C. Because after A comes B, which is already there. So since C is not there, this automatically becomes C. Then we have ice again. So since ice, twice, and again ice. So since the ice is already B, this becomes B. And then great and hate. So again this becomes C. Suffice and ice again. So this becomes B. So the rhyme scheme. So since we are taking 3 lines, so it becomes A, B, A, B, A for the first 3 lines. Then A, B, C for the next 3 lines. And B, C, and B for the last 3 lines. So this is the rhyme scheme of the poem Fire and Ice. Now let us discuss about the literary devices. As has already been given in the picture, anaphora means repetition of a word at the start of 2 or more consecutive lines. For example, if you are to look at line 1 and 2, please see Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. So the anaphora here is some. So that means repetition of a word. The word some at the start of 2 or more consecutive lines. So that was anaphora for you. So this in your other page, in a new page, you can write anaphora. And I've already given you the definition in the picture. You can pause it and then write it down. Now we come to the second literary device, and it is called enjambment. Now the definition is already there. Nevertheless, when sentences are written without punctuation, so when there is no punctuation in sentences, it is called an enjambment. So if you are to see at lines 7, 8 and 9. So 7 means to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. See, there is no punctuation at all if you look at the textbook. So this, since there is no punctuation, you call this an enjambment. So that's enjambment for you in lines 7, 8 and 9. Now we move towards the third one, that is alliteration. And like the picture already has defined, alliteration means the repetitive use of consonant sounds at the start of 2 or more consecutive words. Hence here, some say. Again, some say. So that is alliteration for you because there has been a repetition of consonant sound. Now the fourth device that we are going to discuss about is called assonance. Assonance means a repetitive use of a vowel sound at the start, middle or end of a line. For example, please check in line number 1. Some say the world will end in fire. Here, if you have to look, we have to look at the vowel sound. Okay, so in line 1, will in fire. Okay, so I has been repeated. I has been repeated in line 1. The sound I, and I is a vowel. Now, please go to line number 4. I hold with those who favor fire. Here, too, I has been repeated and so has O. For example, I with fire. So the letter I has been repeated and I is a vowel. Vowel means A-E-I-O-U. And likewise, O has also been repeated. The sound O. So hold those who. So it's either at the start or the middle or the end. So here it's in the middle, here at the end, and here in the second. So this is assonance for you. And then in line 6 too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I know enough of hate. So here too I and O sound has been repeated. So I think I know enough of hate, okay? And no, O, no, O, enough, O, off. So here too the sound O and I have been repeated. Line number 4 also, O and I have been repeated. And line number, which was it? Assonance. Line number 1, I was repeated. So this is assonance for you. And last but not the least, we have something called the consonants. So consonants is the repetition of consonant sound. Okay. So if you are to look at line number 4, I've already done it for you right now. So first, second, third, fourth. The word the, th, with those. These two have been repeated. So it is called a consonance, not a consonant. It is a consonance. So in case you have any questions, please WhatsApp me, girls.